set me down like I went out of space.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
I'm ready.
All I feel is pain, but it's gonna be alright. Dirt over my name, say I'm walking, ain't right. I ain't sleeping through the night, but I hope we be alright. But I know we be alright. This money and the fame brought me pain and it changed. But I know we be alright. A lot of people change, it won't ever be the same, but it's gonna be alright. They let me out the chains on a suspended sentence. I done learned my lesson about paying attention. It don't feel like a blessing, told God I'm repenting. If y'all talk to my dog, just tell him I miss him. Wonder why this pain ain't killing my rhythm. She was just not evident. I done used the common sense. Lost away anonymous. She eat me up on hella sick. Taking all this medicine can't numb my pain at all. Most of you were relevant, can't take it to the heart. They can feel what they feel, but I would never hide my scars. I done crossed some paths that I would've never thought I saw, and they left me with a loss. But I'm gonna be alright. But I know we be alright. Money and the fame brought me pain and it changed, but I know we be alright. But I know we be alright. A lot of people change, it won't ever be the same, but it's gonna be alright. All I feel is pain, but it's gonna be alright. Dirt over my name, say I'm walking, ain't right. Niggas gone insane, they get hard to see the light. You hold your head in shame, but it's gon' be alright. Carrying my pain, one day it get light. Tired of letting days just pass me by. Terrible mistakes, I can't ask God why, but I know I'll be alright. But I hope we be alright. What's up? But I know we be alright. This money and the fame brought me pain.
Somebody said that bitch cleaned in a motherfucker. They said, yeah, it's for sale.
Yeah.
He said, how much?
40.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Halloween. Got a very scary guest.
Yeah, sure do. Very
scary guest.
Very spooky around these parts.
Very spooky. Ladies and gentlemen.
Peekaboo.
All the way by way of Texas.
Is it really live? Because I don't see it.
It's definitely live. It's on my page.
Oh.
I don't know what's...
I'm not Carlos's Facebook friend.
Definitely not. Him. It's okay. It's all right.
We don't mess with people like him.
Facts. Share the video. Share the video.
Share the video. If you don't share the video in the next 3 minutes,
you
look in the mirror tonight, the boogie girl is gonna get you.
You a hater.
Ha ha.
What's good? We live in the mix. It's the Crazy Ride Show. It's the Boilos Crazy.
It's your girl Desi Bando.
Shout out to Shaq the God, Desi Bando.
And Stay Dumb Fly.
Live in the mix. It's the Crazy Ride Show. It's the Boilos Crazy.
Go. It's your girl Desi Bando.
There we go.
Yeah.
You're never here, so I kind of.
Yes, I am here. I've arrived.
We live in the mix, man. What's today? Tuesday?
Today is Thirsty Tuesday.
Today is Thirsty Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm here with a very, very special. No, I'm just playing. She's not a guest. This is her house.
Y'all know I got a key to the front door.
Definitely got a key. Definitely got a key to the door. It's Tuesday. It's like the first snow day.
Yes.
My car took too long because today my car's done, but it's snowing.
His car is so nice, y'all.
It's nice. It is nice.
If it was yellow, we could have definitely played the Lemonade song by Gucci Mane.
Definitely.
But I don't think nobody got an orange song.
No.
But yeah.
Somebody said it on that Tropicana orange juice. Same. What
Yeah.
do you say? Yeah.
Wait, who said that?
Somebody commented on my post, the Jeezy line.
Oh, I just put
Tropicana,
oranges.
same colors, orange juice. That was perfect. That's a perfect sub line to what's happening.
Everybody with their crusty old schools, just be ready because Carlos is ready for next year. He's going to eat them up.
I'm definitely coming.
No crumbs.
No crumbs.
His review mirror got a TV.
Definitely.
Period.
That's what happens when you sell drugs. You know,
That's exactly what happens.
When you sell drugs, you can do things like that.
Exactly. And he sells pharmaceutical products, OTC, at Walgreens. CVS Pharmacy.
We're live, man. It is Halloween. Happy Halloween to everybody who celebrates Halloween and everybody who's tuning in. We appreciate you guys so much. Share the video, like the video, show us some love. We appreciate it always.
What happened to the rest of the candy?
I have candy in my car right now.
Yeah, because now that we're live, I would like to kick it up.
Okay.
When I was at your house, I noticed that you kept the good candy for yourself.
No. So that was a gift from...
Oh, for Sweetest Day.
No.
I don't know.
No, it was not a gift for Sweetest Day. It was a gift from Tiara. She gave it to me to give for the trunk or treat, but I forgot.
Okay.
And I left it there. And she was like, you ain't even used my candy. I was like, I didn't.
And she came through with the good candy.
It was good candy.
Because I forgot to steal some on my way out.
Good.
But
I'm glad
I left
you
my
did.
flat irons there, so I have to come
Great.
back.
Please come get them motherfuckers. Please.
Yes.
With no problems. But today's live, man, we're talking about, for everybody that's watching and listening on Spotify, iTunes is coming. We're getting ready to go on iTunes, but we are on Spotify, Desi.
I had no idea. No one tells me anything.
It's okay. You're out of the loop. We don't love you like that. It's okay. It's okay. Who was that right there?
Hey, Mo.
Monique.
And
Shout
you
out to Monique.
won again.
She always going to win.
Are you cheating?
No, she didn't cheat.
She did a great job.
She's
though.
always going to win Halloween. It doesn't matter. She can go to Chicago and win Halloween.
She's so creative.
She's really dope. Yeah. She loves
can draw.
doing it. Can she?
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yes, she can draw.
No way.
She's really artistic.
I didn't know that.
That was my dog.
Y'all went to school together?
No, we lived in the dorms together. The dorms is the Oaks.
Oh. I'm about to say, like, how the hell y'all ain't go to school together but y'all live in the dorms? Okay.
No, we just called it the dorms because I stayed on the first floor. One of my other friends stayed on the second floor.
Oh, it was like college.
And then yeah.
Because y'all didn't go to college like
Yeah,
that.
it was dorms.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
guess.
The office building is high class.
Absolutely. Shout out to the Oaks. We live at a big. Share this video. There's your friend there, Tiara Armstrong. What's up, baby?
What's up, boo?
Her birthday's coming up here.
It is.
It is.
And y'all better be popping out Saturday.
You know, Boss made it hard for every fucking body out there. Shout out to Boss Formula. He made it hard for everybody to celebrate their significant other because it's going to be hard to do that. He did a good job.
Yeah, I watched the video, I think last night.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was really 14 minutes of opening gifts.
It was really good though.
That was.
I was, in my first mind, I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm like, look, you're being a hater right now. You're being a hater. I think that's a great thing, man. They did a great job for her. So shout out to them.
Yes, shout out to them.
Shout out to that.
Love is beautiful.
I wanted to talk about something with you that was interesting in generational love. I want to talk about the difference of what it looks like for us.
Okay.
Yeah, and and what is your mom and her mother loved differently? I think.
Yes.
We have a different a challenge in loving because Shamar Mays made a great comment.
Shout out to Shamar.
Shout out to Shamar. He made a great comment on my last show about access to women.
Okay.
And when you post, because you've went recently viral and posting pictures and you're looking good and men and women are liking your posts, so they jump into your inbox.
Right.
And that, I guess my question to you is that, does that affect your relationship? Even with a secure man, even with a confident man, Shamar Mays' argument was 1,000 attempts, you're not gonna turn down all 1,000. Mm-hmm. Someone's gonna get through to you just because of the access on social media. What do you say to that? Share this video.
I think even though you just said that, I think it just comes down to insecurity. Like,
it's tough though, it's tough.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have to post a picture to have people shoot 3,000 shots.
Okay.
I can walk into Frank's Beach Jukin,
Shout
and
out
now
to
people
Frank's.
see me in real life. I mean, the real thing looks better than the photo anyway.
Okay.
So I mean, they're shooting
Talk
their
your
shot
shit,
then,
talk your
you know?
stuff, talk your stuff.
And then they get to shoot their shot in person, you know? So I don't think posting it online, I think when you post it online, of course, you get a larger audience. Mm-hmm. However, it basically sounds like Shamar don't want his girlfriends to have the internet.
Well, do you feel like being on the net, you're not going to turn down 1,000 attempts?
That's not true.
Okay.
Now, I will be honest and say, now you might just be like, you're going to turn it down and you're going to ignore it, but you're going to always have somebody in that eye like, you know what, because if you fuck up, this person might be the person.
But isn't that what he's saying though?
No, I mean, yes and no, but because it's like you're not going to respond. You don't have to technically respond, but it's in your mind.
That's cheating kind of though.
Everybody cheats then.
Well, yes. Let me go back up. No, that's not cheating. What that is I think if you're reserving the opportunity, like, well, hold on, let me wait. Right. If you slip up, nigga, I got a nigga I will fuck or a woman that I will have sex with.
Right.
I think that's a bit much to think that way.
I think that people aren't honest enough. Honesty is the way.
Okay.
We all got that going on. You see somebody like, cause I crack, boom.
Oh, that's different. That's different.
It's the same.
No, it's not the same. If you're saying, damn, I crack versus the nigga I'm with slip, I'm gonna crack. That's different.
Well, you know,
that's
of
different.
course the answer is gonna be different because men and women cheat differently.
See, sneaky.
A man cheats just because they want to get their rocks off. A woman cheats because we are listeners. It's what people tell us. And then so now we really falling in love. Dudes be cheating and they come back home and be, I love my girl.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm never going to leave her.
Do you think that's possible? You think that's possible?
Think what's possible?
Like I can love a girl and cheat on her.
It's possible. I don't agree, but it's possible.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Don't take it so personal.
Yep. Well, I didn't take it personal.
Not you. I'm just saying people.
I'm just
people. Just people in general.
Oh, yeah.
I think men can cheat and still be in love. I think a man can have sex with another woman and still love another girl. And that sounds really crazy, but
that's because men are just wired oddly.
Well, I guess. And then women, you could say women are wired oddly then.
No, I would rather the cheater that actually cheated because like you was believing something versus you just cheating because, hey, she got a big ass.
Yeah.
Wow. So do you know how many big asses out there?
Well, I'm not going to have sex with everybody with a big booty.
I don't know. Men do that all the time.
Well, that's true. That's true.
They just knock them down one by one,
Facts
2 by
only.
2 at times.
3 by 3s.
3, if you're lucky, it might be a 4 by 4.
Absolutely.
But not too many people are that lucky.
I'm not that lucky.
Yeah, no.
Not that lucky. Let me shout some people out. Shout out to Kajan Davison, Nene, what's up? Shantae Joseph. Shout out to Jatavia, that's her real name, y'all.
Hey, Kendra.
Rashawn Kanos, Day Sherry, Jack Smith, Brandon Terrell, Noreen Glow, Tierra Armstrong says, Carlos, stop stealing. I can't steal what's mine. These are mine. These pants, she stole my pants and I stole them back. So it'd be like that. Dinah DiBiase, shout out to Diana Valerie Harris, Latika Mason, Cash Doll, what up? Everybody that's watching. Forrest Robinson, everybody that's watching, shout out to y'all for keep watching. Keep watching. Share this video for me, please. Share this video. But I think that maturity matters, and for a man, mature. I use
Why
maturity.
you always say mature?
That's what I've been saying my whole life.
Okay.
And some say that's the correct way to say it, versus mature.
In England?
Mature. I don't know.
Okay.
But either way, I think that a man can be faithful to a woman up until she starts to disregard what he believes is important. Now, this is deep. I'm going here. In a relationship, well, I'll ask you this. Should you cater to your man?
I think so. No, I know so.
Continue.
Oh, I know so. I believe that you should definitely do that, especially if the man is doing what he's supposed to do for you. Now, what everybody wants is different. Like, maybe you want him to fulfill your physical needs or your mental needs, but if he's pouring into your cup and doing what you want him to do, then yes, why not cater to him? And then I also think that since the world is so competitive, why wouldn't you do it? Because unfortunately, there's always someone knocking at the door.
Like you just said.
Yeah.
Because they be knocking.
They be knocking.
Because they think I'm rich and I ain't got no money for you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
ain't taking you on no date. I'm not doing nothing.
So who is knocking for you, Carlos?
They be knocking, I just don't answer.
Oh, okay.
Because
you better clear it up.
No. They be knocking, I just don't answer because I know what they want.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not taking you nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm not taking you nowhere. I love you.
That's the unfortunate part because you're a guy. So most girls, like, they just after you for something.
Yeah.
And now you got that little car.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We outside.
Yeah. I know.
What's that song? What's that song you put on the video?
What? Oh, can I cuss? Cause you always be telling me to
Go
stop.
ahead, you cuss on this.
Bitch, we outside tonight.
We outside.
That's what they trying to do.
We outside. I think the roles have reversed a little bit in relationship because
men are sassy.
Yes. And I've always been this way though. I just feel more empowered now that I truly don't feel. And the reason why some men are sassy is because women want to be aggressive.
No.
Yes.
I think that determines the type of man you are.
No.
This is my belief.
Go ahead.
I think that there are weak men. I feel like if you're a weak man,
it's a strong word. That's
yes.
Wow.
I feel like a lot of times we try to dance around things because men are really sensitive.
Yes.
You can't tell a man.
I'm sensitive as shit.
Exactly.
Yes.
You see that? That kind of hurt. Ooh, weak. Stung.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But when you say sensitive and weak, that's not the same.
I'm saying they're the same.
No.
They're sensitive and they're weak.
No.
I feel like most men don't even know how to lead. And I feel that creates the masculinity
I don't
in
know
women.
what that means. So for you, that's something different. Like when you say lead, that means something totally different to somebody else.
Okay.
Lead means shut the fuck up when I say shut the fuck up. Because I have to be able to lead you in your ignorance.
Is that right, exactly.
Yes.
So that's the difference.
Yeah.
You can't lead me. If I can't trust you to lead me blindly, then I'm not shutting the fuck up.
No. That's what I'm saying. It's just like this. Me being right can't be the end all be all. It's not about me being right.
Right.
It's about you trusting that I'm going to get us right.
Right.
You got to believe in the process I'm preaching. You got to believe in the process that I'm leading you correctly. Not when I lead you and then something bad happens. You're like, well, see, that's why I don't listen to your ass. No, it can't go like that.
But that still determines what type of man you are.
That's a journey, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, as an interview I was listening to yesterday, he said, sometimes people just want a finished product.
Okay.
You want me to be done, I'm preaching. You want me to be done with myself. Right. You want to get the done version. And 9 times out of 10, that's not going to be the case.
Who really is one of the done version, though?
I'm going to say every woman, like you just said. Leading you means that I sometimes am not going to know where we going.
But I already know that, though.
Okay, well, if you know that, then don't be worried about if I make a mistake on this journey of leading you.
No, I think that now that determines the type of woman you're dealing with now.
Okay.
Because I know we're gonna make mistakes.
Okay.
I know you don't know it all, and I know I don't know it all, but I know we both think we do. You know what I'm saying? But if I know that you're a man who is gonna figure it out or whatever the case may be, I seen you stand on business.
We figuring it out.
We, whatever, you know what I mean? And I've seen this happen over time, and I know this like, what am I trying to say? Prior, you know what I'm saying? Then I can be quiet. You know, I'm also going to put my input in if I see that you're doing something wrong, because that's just women. We got to say something.
What I'm saying, and to Kendra, she says that's not leadership if it ends bad. That's absolutely wrong, Kendra, because in my opinion, that's wrong. Because if you're expecting every time for me to step out in leadership to bring the victory home,
no,
that's never going to be the case.
Because then we're not a team.
It can't happen, because now it's my fault that we haven't succeeded. Now I get that if I take the realm and say, I'm going to lead us in this part. I suck at certain parts of my life, so I need someone to help me with that. I'm going to let you do that. I got to trust that you're going to do that well, because I know that I don't. Now that doesn't mean that you're going to do it perfectly. That means you're just going to do it better than me for us. Now I can learn from you. I can learn and we can both cohabitate. I can take from the things that you do well, and we can marry those things and do good. But I know when it comes to the house, she's going to make sure everything is in order.
Right.
I may give her the money. She may make sure all of the bills are paid. So I'm letting her lead. I'm submitting by giving her the money.
Right.
Now let me go back to the sensitive and weak thing that you just said. The difficult part about being a man is it's almost emotionless to be a man with a woman. Because you're almost expecting, it is. Because if you, Desiree, are making sensitive and weak synonymous, that's tough.
Okay.
That's tough.
Let me, because y'all know me, I'm a contradictor.
Come on.
Okay. I only feel bad for men because I know that there's this stigma that y'all just supposed to be so strong and know everything, society, and everybody's on your back, boo-hoo. That is true.
Don't say it so condescending.
It is true. But I also feel as if, because I learn everything from experience. I like to make mistakes and figure things out myself, because that's the only way I learn.
Yeah.
So let me say this. We're dealing with different types of men. Like you have men where I have felt super masculine. I'm in that energy. But
you
that's
or him?
Me.
Okay, you have.
And then I've had men where I'm like, oh, I'm a lady. I can sit back and be cool and let you be the man.
Yeah.
But the difference was the type of man I was dealing with. When I was in my masculine energy, it's like, how can you tell me what to do when you don't even know what you're going to do? What do you mean? And when I say that, it's like, I don't want to belittle somebody and say that, men are supposed to have all this money, but let's just say that. You don't even have no money. How you going to be telling me? No, but it does matter, because I used to be naive and say stuff like, money doesn't matter, but it does. That's why people get divorces all the time. Things have to be taken care of, et cetera, et cetera.
Bitch, take care of it, not you.
But it's not just not about just finances. Let me say that. Then it's like, boom. How do you make me feel as a woman?
Do you have some money?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, is it when you go into the relationship and this is good. No. He has to have this thing. He has to have this thing, money. No. He doesn't. I'm not saying. That's what you just said, man.
Because you need to have some money. Okay, I'm not gonna say you're not gonna have no money.
You gotta have some money.
But
Ashley Cullen Williams, what's up?
I do feel like that's how you lead. So I can't submit to you.
No, that's terrible.
I can't. And then it's like even simple things like, what are you doing with yourself? If you don't got no money, it's all that. Okay, we can get there because we're gonna be a team. If I really mess with you and I care about you, I don't give a shit about that, because
You do.
No, I don't, because I have dated people where I know you had less than me.
But you left them.
No, because you don't have ambition. What are you doing? There was somebody trying to talk to me. You sitting in the house all day. You on the internet 24/7.
No, I get all of that.
You know,
I get all of that.
How are you gonna, get to that point?
I say that matters more than what you're saying. I'm saying that there's men that don't have money to give you. That's mainly what I'm talking about. There's good men in the world that exist that don't have funds right now in their lives to give you a lifestyle that, not even give you, to provide you, both of you, something you think you deserve. And that doesn't mean he doesn't have any money. That just means he just don't got no money to give your ass. And we've been caught into the mentality, especially with this generation, that I'm supposed to provide you a lifestyle and give you so much of all of what you think you deserve, which could be true, but at the same time, you don't have that for yourself, not you, but the woman doesn't. I can't give you, and that's when you get lost in my last live. You are now a dependent, boo-boo, because a prerequisite is finances.
Oh, I'm picking up what you're putting down now.
Yes.
I think we was on two different pages.
Okay, we was.
You know what I'm saying? No, I 100% agree with you, because the girls these days, they be trying it.
Yeah.
But I think that's because there are a lot of men out there that's their gimmick. Like, they pay for stuff. They're used to tricking off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then that puts you in a bad position. Like, well, so-and-so, you know what I'm saying? He paid for her to get this. What you doing? Like, and all the women is all kind of in this social media era. They want to look like freaking Instagram and all the fake stuff.
Yeah.
And they can't. I do agree with that, because I despise women like that. I've always have. You can't do this for yourself, but you want somebody else to do it. I don't like it.
Right.
So I agree with you there.
Yeah.
But it sucks for you, because you're a man, and that's what type of lane we're in these days.
I mean, I stand on 2 feet, as I always said. I mean, like I said, most people who've dated me have put up with the fact that that's not necessarily something that I want to do. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it. That's not something that I want to do. And I promise you that I don't have I would not have a problem with a girl that says, I can't deal with you because there's certain things that I want to do that you just don't want to do. So let me leave you alone. Yeah. I truly would not have a problem with that. It would hurt probably, but I would be like, God bless you, baby. I'll see you the next time. Yes, I would.
You wouldn't just walk away.
My right hand up to Jesus Christ.
And
if
that's
a woman
your 14th
said that to me,
account on Jesus Christ.
Shout out to Jesus Christ. But if I said that, if a woman came to me and says, Carlos, man, this has happened to me before. I don't think this is going to work because you don't want to do the things that I like to do. Okay. And I'll be like, okay, cool. God bless you. I'm not going to change that for you, because your stock in my life, this is big for somebody, your stock in my life doesn't weigh enough for me to change my behavior.
And when you say that, are you saying that she's not that person that could?
No, she could be. Okay. If she's willing to understand that in this season, we ain't doing that.
Right.
In this season, we building this.
Right.
And we don't necessarily have, I don't necessarily have the time or energy to do that. Now, that may be really selfish of me, though. Like, damn, what about me? What about what I want? What about what the song say? What about me? Yeah. What about what I want? What about me?
But wait, because it just popped in my mind.
Go ahead.
Do you not think that men should take accountability in the sense that when you go after a woman, you already know something about her. You know that. So I feel like a lot of times men date out of their bracket, per se.
I think women date out of their bracket more than men date out of their bracket.
I think that two things can be true at once. I think women probably date out of their bracket in a sense of emotional stability.
Yeah.
When I'm referring to men, I'm referring to financially. And why I'm saying this is we're gonna put it all together. Because you're saying that, all these women and they want you to buy them a Bugatti and she can't buy a Bugatti. Mm-hmm. So if you go date, let's say, freaking a drug dealer's girlfriend who is used to having all these glamorous things, you already know you can't afford her.
I can relate.
So why would you jump in her inbox and try to pursue this young lady?
Well, it doesn't necessarily matter.
No, but then when she comes to you and she like, you ain't got this and you ain't got that, like, now you mad at her, but really
I cracked already.
You see, and that's why I hate dudes, man.
Yeah.
Because y'all.
Yeah, that's how we wanted anyway. I just wanted to ask. After that, you can go on about your business.
Pathetic. But let's say in the sense that you're not like, I cracked already. I cracked.
That's it.
No.
I'm telling you, that's the end game for most niggas. If 99% of dudes jumping in inboxes aren't trying to fall in love, they're trying to crack with the possibility of love. It's a possibility. There is no longevity in the thought. She looked good. She posted a picture of her booty. She twerking. She trying to get chose. So she ain't trying to get chose for. Maybe she's trying to get chose for a relationship. I don't know. But 9 times out of 10, the dude is trying to crack. That's it. And once he cracks, everything after that is extra.
I really hope y'all have watched the evolution of me on the show. I used to be so pro men. Oh, wow. How times have changed. Really, Carlos?
I'm serious.
I don't agree with, I hate men. Like, why is it just, I cracked. It's like a
physical thing.
It's like I caught the Pokemon.
Yes. Catch them all. Ash, catch them all.
Yeah, until you get burnt.
Well, that's another topic.
Now you looking stupid.
It's another doctor's appointment, But that's the risk in being very, whatever. But my original live today was going to be, is going to be called "I See You," and in that live, I was going to discuss, which I could discuss a little bit, which I'll do later tonight. Mm-hmm. It's basically saying that I see you for you. There is a woman, I'm finna go deep, Desi, just stay with me.
Preach.
There is a woman who was never seen before. So she attempts all day, every day just to be seen.
This is true.
Once I saw her, once now I have seen her, now she wants to be chased. And she don't never want to be caught. She just want to be chased so that running feels like she's in control. Mm-hmm. So that she's in the power of being wanted, mm-hmm. which is the equivalent of being seen. It's the same thing with a man. Young man grew up. He was never gave any attention in the house. He was told he wasn't going to be anything. He didn't have any fancy clothes. He didn't have fancy shoes. He was never seen. He was never given the proper affirmation of who he was and who he's going to be. So now he works a job, he builds himself up to become successful. And now he's creating things to be seen.
Yes.
And now he's going for everything he didn't have when he wasn't seen. So now he's pulling up in the Cutlass, 83 Cutlass, orange on 26s.
Damn, this sounded like DLC.
Sound like Boileau's crazy. But he was the nigga that was talked about, but now he's the one that they talking about.
Period. Heavy on all that. Because I felt it.
And he has to be man enough to admit where this insecurity came from so that he fixes it. Some of us don't know where this comes from. And that's the journey that we all have to be on, is finding out, why did you have to be seen? So I'm telling everybody out there, I see you. I see you for who you are. You don't have to fight for the attention of someone who don't want you, because that's trauma. That's a trauma bond. You want what doesn't want you, because you on this journey of figuring out, why the fuck do I keep chasing what I don't want? Why do I keep chasing what doesn't want me? And the reason why is because you've never been seen.
This is deep.
I'm preaching.
Everybody wants what they can't have.
Everybody wants
everybody.
What they can't have. And that journey sucks, because imagine if you never, ever get it. Your life is meaningless. You have no meaning to your life because you've been chasing this thing that you've never been able to catch ever. And you're never, ever going to be able to catch it. You have to define what everything means to you. Stop. Comparison is the biggest thief of joy. Stop comparing your life to what everybody else got going on. Boss got a lot of haters now because he posted that video of giving that girl all of that stuff, and now men and women feel. You know how many posts, so many trauma posts I saw from that?
Actually, I'm mad because I never seen the bad posts.
No, it wasn't bad. No, it wasn't bad.
Oh.
It was perceived to be funny.
Right.
We had our pain and laughter. If you ain't coming like this, then you might as well woo.
Right, that's what I think, yeah.
That's pain. That's not funny, bitch.
But what if it was?
No. That's not funny because.
Did you just say bitch?
I said bitch. That's not funny, B word, because you think you joking, but you ain't playing.
Right.
You covering this up. You're trying to hide this because you think you deserve that. You want a man to do that for you. You don't know what that girl did for him. You don't know what their relationship is for her to deserve that. Well, who is you? Why are you comparing your life to someone else saying, well, if you ain't coming like this, well, you better come like she came. Because if you don't know what she did to get that, then baby girl, you high and you smoking.
I'm with you when you're right. I'm
I'm done.
So, I mean, I ain't got no comment because I definitely agree with that.
I'm done.
Be done. But I feel like everybody, if everyone is honest, the vast majority of people right now in the world compare, contrast, even with locally to like celebrities. I keep saying that because I see so many people just so fascinated with these celebrities, and it sickens me.
You know, we've had a few celebrities here, like D-level celebrities, and for whatever reason, I've always been comfortable around people with fame because I always felt like I'm that too. Nigga, never having the amount of money or stardom that they have, but in my mind, I've always felt I've been equivalent to any celebrity that I've been around. I've been in green rooms with T.I., I've been in green rooms with Jeezy, whoever else. You know what I mean? For my A-list celebrities. No,
right.
Well, not A-list. Well, yeah, T.I.'s an A-list celebrity. So in those spaces, I'd never act any different. The reason why I believe I've never acted different is because inside of me, I knew what I was always birthed to do. If a crazy place closes tomorrow, I'm going to be Boilos crazy. Does not matter. And I think a lot of people, even when you look at the car, it's an insecurity. I can own and act in my insecurities. And this is the difference between me and some others. Mm-hmm. I can own those insecurities that I have as a young boy when on 12th Street, which you're very familiar with. Being on 12th Street, Fabian Floyd, Lil Lewis, they always had everything.
A plethora of vehicles.
They always, not even cars. We're talking about when we was kids. Uh-huh. They were always going to get the scooters. They always had the motorbikes. They always had the forward. I never had none of it. Mm-hmm. My mother couldn't afford it. Once I got to the age and got to the point of saying, man, I can buy this now. So now I'm going to do it. I'm going to do everything I couldn't do. I used to buy Blaine, all of this stuff. He don't even want this shit. Now he do at 11. Now he want it. But back then he didn't. But I understand why I was doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
And if I can understand why I was doing it, I can fix it.
I think we have a lot of similarities. That's why we don't debate a lot.
Yeah.
Because that's how I am. Like, even when it comes to like dating and all that, like I look at it this way. It'd be so many people that try to shoot their shot at me that back in the day they wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So them is the people like, hey, instantly, it's a no.
Yeah,
it's a no. Just go on.
Yeah. Or maybe it's a yes.
No, it's a no.
Okay.
Because I feel like,
because Michael B. Jordan said that. He was like, all the corny kid from back in the day. You know what I mean?
Back in the day, they talk about me.
Right.
But it's just always a no, just because I've always been the same person. I might not look the same, but I've always had the same personality. People can't take it. You feel me? They can't take it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like material things, like back in my day, I didn't have all the nice things. You know what I'm saying? We was poor. We was broke as hell. We ain't had shit. Uh-huh. But now I got money. I'm buying everything.
Right.
Like, if I want it, I'm gonna go buy it. And that's a really bad habit for real.
Yeah.
And you are trying to make up for lost time.
Absolutely.
Because even in my crib, I got so much stuff that I don't even need, but it's just like I'm used to not having it. And that feeling, I gotta fill that cup up. That void has to be filled.
Yeah.
Because shit, I got it now.
And honestly, man, that void isn't filled with those things. And that's when we have to get to the point to realize that it's not really filling those things, because we're still going to feel that. We're still going to go chase the next best thing. We're going to, if somebody did this, we're going to go do that. They did it, I'm going to go do that. What has to happen with us, we have to heal.
But how do you heal?
It depends on what your belief system is. But mostly, I believe, understanding that you have a problem is the first step to anything that you want to fix. Understanding what the problem is. In this interview that I watched, the man spoke about, and this was Charlemagne the God who actually brought this point out.
The one from yesterday.
From yesterday, Michael Todd. He said, if you approach your mental health in the same way that you approach your physical health, you would never ever question rehab. You would never ever question consultation with anyone.
Okay.
If you broke your arm today, you understand where you have to go.
Yeah.
To the hospital.
Absolutely.
To be treated for a broken arm.
So you need to go to the counselor to be treated for the mental.
But the biggest part about that is, though, Desi, is that what was the first thing we did? We knew that we did what? We knew that we broke our arm.
Yeah, you got to admit there's a problem.
But that's the journey. A lot of us, because it's easier to feel like your arm is broke. It's easy to feel, damn, my shit ain't operating right.
Yeah.
Once I recognize that my arm ain't doing what it, this is good. It's like
you is something else, because I'm really feeling this sermon right now, because I'm starting to process
I'm preaching. I'm telling somebody the truth. Once I realize that my arm isn't operating correctly, I gotta say something's wrong.
Yeah.
But so much of us are in denial and walking around with an arm that's not fully operating, and we're not accepting that it's not fully operating. We're saying, I'm okay, but you can't throw a ball to your son. You can't pick your son up. You can't fix the things in your house, but you keep running from the fact that your arm is messed up.
Yeah.
You gotta accept, man, my arm is broke. I need to go to the hospital so that they can fix it. And that's the problem with most, especially black millennials at our age. We're so special, Desiree. Our generation is so special because we have our grandmother's wisdom, but we have the tenacity of the youth. So it's like this young generation can't be talked to by my mama. They got to be talked to by me because I have that same tenacity. We were the first generation with cell phones in school.
Right.
We understand what that feels like to be distracted away from school because we on a sidekick. My mama don't necessarily understand what that means. But we also understand, you remember, hey, be in the house by the time them street lights come on. You understand that culture of being that, but that's why our generation is so important. We're broken. Our generation is broken. There's more millennials in the world than any other generation. The baby boomers have died off. It's more millennials on earth than any other generation, but we're broken because we stuck in the middle of trying to figure out life and still be parents and still be all of these other things that we can't really focus on our arm not operating. We had to pick up the baby with the left arm. I'm preaching.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I think, too,
Charcy, what up?
I feel like a lot of people weren't like, it's hard to say.
No, say it.
Of course your parents love you, but I feel like maybe they didn't love you in the way that you wanted to be loved. So that creates problems further down the line when you do try to go off into the world, and now you might be broken.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And maybe that's what's happening with me.
Yeah.
I'm coming to a lot of realizations right now because it's an epiphany.
Yeah. No, I mean, but I think that's the biggest thing that we all can do.
Yeah.
Is that if you explore yourself, you run into the opportunity to fix yourself.
Yeah.
Some of us don't explore ourselves because we're scared to bump into something that we don't want to touch.
Right.
Oh shit, I remember when that happened. Let me get on up out of here. And those are the parts that's going to make us better people. I don't walk around thinking that I know anything better than the next person. What I do know is that I accept my flaws, the ones that I do recognize, because there's some that I don't even know exist. until I go to that, exploration and I figure those things out. But I think in love, we expect our partners, and this is what I found out, we expect our partners to tolerate our trauma.
Tolerate or accept?
Tolerate it. Not even accept, because she may accept it.
Okay.
I understand that like for myself, my mother, you know the story, and most followers do. My mother left me when I was a baby. She came back in so much resilience to get me back at the age of 8, 9. She got me and my sister back, got custody of us, and we moved to Lake County. The trauma in that is I don't like abandonment. I don't like women who leave me.
Yeah, but you got attachment problems.
I don't want people to go. So all of my exes are still people that yo, what up? And they like, nigga, why you talking to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I don't like you no more, nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone. Delete them videos.
But you're aware.
but some of them are deleted. But what I'm saying is that I don't want nobody to leave me.
Because that past trauma. But you've identified it though.
I identified.
But you know what the problem is?
Yes.
You still ain't went and sought professional help.
No. Well, I have a little bit, but not fully. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Because I know that I got demons.
Yeah.
Lord knows I got them.
Yeah.
And I'm often told that the professional help, of course, your friends and people around you, mentors, they can help you identify things, but the professionals are the professionals for a reason.
Yeah.
So that probably, and that's probably some of my trauma. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is crazy, Carlos. You really need to write a book.
I should one day.
No, I'm dead ass.
But I think if I do, it's almost like, well, you're not good enough. And that's where the self-doubt comes into. Mm-hmm. That's where those affirmations. If I called my son right now, which he's not out of school yet, I would ask him, what are you? And he lists off these things that he is: handsome, great, smart, positive. It's a list of things that he says that we've been saying for years. Affirmations of who he is. And I had to break it down to him on when he did something that was the opposite of these words. I had to explain to him what he was doing. Mm-hmm. Son, you're not being great, because this is the culmination. That's fine. This is the culmination of this word. This is what it means.
Right.
This is what it means not to do this. This is what it means to do this. So you're not just saying these words for rhyming stance. You're saying these words, and I want you to know what it means. Mm-hmm. So when he grows up, the standard that he's going to have in his mind will always flash back to these definitions of these words that I gave him. I don't want him to ever question who he is. Now, he's going to make mistakes in that journey, but he's never going to not know who he was and the things that he was capable of doing. For myself, I never had that. I had to learn what affirmation was. I had to learn what it means to be great through standing in a drill team line for 2 hours at attention and don't move, nigga, or I'm going to cuss you out. I had to understand what that discipline meant. Mm-hmm. That discipline meant do what I say. No matter what you think, no matter what your individuality says, nigga, do what I'm telling you to do, or you ain't going to do this. And we loved it so much to the point to where we said, all right, bro, let's just do it.
Militant.
Let's just do it.
Brainwashed.
That could be brainwashed facts. And at the same time, you have everybody that's watching this live has the same opportunity. It's just about slowing down and figuring out what those things are, though, I think, for me. I always knew what I wanted to do, and I went and did it. And I had the opportunity to go do it. Some don't. Some got 5, 6, 7 kids who can't get freedom away from what they're doing. Someone like yourself, you don't have any children. You have 2 jobs. You moved. Just got up and just left. I'm gone. A lot of people can't do that. You know what I mean? So with that freedom, you have a great opportunity to explore yourself and the things that you want to do.
I definitely be exploring a lot of different things.
You better.
Every time I turn around, I see something that I did wrong.
Like what? Like what?
I do a lot of things wrong. I don't listen to my first mind. I'm always doubting what I think. Man, I do that a lot. Like, I listen to what you say, and I know a lot of things that you tell me is right. Mm-hmm. But like I said earlier, I'm just one of those people. I'm going to touch the fire because that's the only way I learn. I have to process it that way. Like, even at work, I might have like a the dysfunction. Like, I don't learn from you telling me something. I literally have to do everything manually at work. I'm a hands-on person.
Right.
So even in life, if you tell me like, oh, don't jump in that water, it's deep. Okay. But I'm gonna jump in the water because I want to see how deep it is, you know. That's just, you know, and I don't know what that comes from. I think, boom, since we're having all this, I think it comes from me being a child. When I was a child, of course, I'm not an only sibling, but I was the sibling where the whole family thought like, oh, she's smart, she's gonna be a person, get us out the hood. So I had to do everything by the book, everything. Like I was, you sit up straight, you need to do your homework at this. Like I was always with 100 rules. So now that I'm older, it's like, I don't want to listen to what nobody say. I got to figure it out myself. Like I just got to go off into the world blind. That's like me moving out at freaking 19. So fucking dumb. But it was like, I needed to do that because I needed to see what happens. And even at 32, yes, I am 32, looking like 23.
Looking like 58.
But I just like to do it like that. That's how I process things.
Do you enjoy that? Is that something you really enjoy?
It's not enjoyable all the time, but I like it. I like it because every time I do something wrong or because I have flaws, I love my flaws and I accept them. We really similar. We tweet.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I accept them. I even ask people like, what do I do wrong? And you know, because I want to perfect my flaws. I just want to be the best I can be. And I feel like the only way I know that I'm being the best that I can be is if I know what not to do because I've done it. Like, you know, and then I feel like I can't respect people's opinions. I don't like opinions because a lot of times people give you opinions and you haven't even done it. I respect your opinion if you've done it. Like, you know, Pastor Josh. I respect him as a pastor because he once wasn't a pastor and because of his, you know what I'm saying, his history and who he is. Right. So I respect it more because it's like you're more relatable versus somebody telling me don't do this, but have you ever done it? Like you've always walked on the sidewalk. You've never been in the street. Right. So it's like, all right, you might be right, but I want to check this out for myself so that when I get ready to tell somebody else and I feel like I can do that as well, as I can talk to youth and tell them, you know, because I've experienced both sides. I've done it wrong and I've done it right. And I've perfected my craft and me as a person.
Absolutely. I think that that's dope that you're able to do that and identify why you do it. That's the biggest thing is identifying why do we do the things that we do so that right or wrong or indifferent, we can go back to that source of saying, well, I know why I do it. Let me tweak some of my trauma. Joshua Bowers, what's up? Let me tweak some of my traumas with that and try to heal some of those things that I need to heal, which is facing them straight up and down. And I think that that's big. But in mentoring, and this is where having a mentor matters, a mentor is to almost teach you so that you don't go do it, right? Some people feel like I'm giving you this experience of mine so you don't do it. And you may have a challenge with that, which conflicts with the opinion thing, which like, I'm not going to necessarily listen to you tell me not do it. I'm going to go do it to experience it. But then you run the risk of dying when you go do it. And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing.
I die.
If you die, you die.
If I die, I die.
If you die, you die. But dying not in a physical sense, but dying in a sense of, you know, that chance in your life to be successful at something, you got to start all the way over, which we've seen so many times. We're like these young guys, bro, don't do that. You're going to go to jail. Don't do that. You're going to go to jail. Then they end up doing it and go to jail. You know what I mean?
But also look at it this way. Yes, that's true, blah, blah, blah. But you have we could draw the line in the middle. 50%, you know, they probably go back to jail. Yeah. Some 50%, now they're wiser, they're stronger, and now they like, hell no, I'm not doing that.
But
like,
I think,
you know?
But I had this argument with Brandon once where I said,
look at Brandon, example.
Yeah, sure. I was like, do you think, he was like, jail saved my life, or basically he kind of came up against that idea that him having to go to jail saved his life, or him not wanting to go back, or blah, 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 him getting out the streets, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, jail is sometimes the only opportunity a person has to actually live. Because there's nothing ever going to stop not them, but literally having to stop.
Yep.
No self-control at all. You got to go be put in confinement so that your behavior changes. And that's been life-changing for some people that exist in the world today. I think if they could really assess it, they would independently stop versus having to go to jail. Yeah. But obviously they had to go to prison to figure it out. Let's read some comments. Janae Harry, shout out to Janae. That's my gang member. She says, should you have to always experience things to learn from someone else?
No, I don't. When I be speaking, most of the time I try to speak for myself. I don't think you do, but for me personally,
facts.
But you know what? This is what I'll say. I listen to what people say, and I have like a closet in the back of my mind. I store all of that information that people tell me, the advice and everything, and I keep it back there. Now, I will say in the future, let's say I run into a scenario, I might, hey, I'm gonna pull it from that closet and I'm gonna apply it, because I have done that a lot. Even with How, I'll say How. He told me so many things and I never listened to it because I'm hard-headed, you know? But later on in life, I'm like, dang, was he right? Because I got that in my closet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do listen, and I apply it when I want to apply it, but most of the time, I like to figure things out.
Yeah.
That's just me. It's like a life is a math equation. And you know, in school, you might got the right answer, but the teacher come up to you, and the teacher is like, how did you get that answer? Show me your work. And I have a plethora of work to show you, because, hey, I've went through it, I've experienced it. I know, hey, if you turn left here, you're going to hit your head. I'm just a hard-headed person.
Like I said, some people have to do that. Shout out to Randall Styles for sending 50 stars. Shout out to him, man. Wow. Shout out to that, man. Shout out to Randall for the 50 stars. We appreciate you so much.
Thanks, Randall. We really appreciate it. How about you send another 50, you know? One for Carlos and one for me.
There you go. Send us both one. Shout out to Randall for the 50 stars. We appreciate you so much. If anybody else out there want to send something, please do send some stars. We appreciate it. Great conversation, great generational conversation about love, about relationship. Joshua Bauer sends 50 stars.
That's right. Y'all
Shout out to Joshua
crazy.
Bowers, man. Thank you so much, Josh. Y'all
Thanks.
keep sending those stars.
You know what y'all want to talk about?
Let's get to 500.
Y'all, what y'all want to talk about?
Yeah, drop a topic.
Y'all sending stars.
They sending money, man.
What y'all want to talk about?
Shout out to the star givers. We appreciate that so much, man.
Oh, let's talk. Since you keep talking about generational stuff,
yes.
like, you know, do you think that you can love like an old school love? Have you seen old school love? Like, is your grandparents married and in love? Like,
never.
So
I wish I had like a grandma.
Right.
I never had a grandma. You know, I wish I had a real grandma.
Dang, it's 5 o'clock. I'm off work. Let me punch out.
You better clock out. I've had a few examples of what that old school love looks like. I think I could do it. But there's so much the woman would have to accommodate, which I feel now.
Accommodate. When you say accommodate, elaborate.
Right? Yeah. Like, giving you an example of someone who is willing to give to me. Mm-hmm. Most of my relationships, I'm the one giving. I'm the one that's providing something. I'm giving whatever that is.
Same.
Yeah.
We fucking twins,
we
bro.
Twin GD. We GD. All day. So the person that's going to be able to get me to shut the hell up is the person who gives me what I need. Not necessarily in exchange for me giving me to them, but just because they love me, they're going to give me the things that I'm asking for.
Right.
And I think that once I get that, which again, I experience now more than ever with the person that I deal with today. I experience someone giving to me and accommodating me and catering to me, even in moments that I don't cater to her, she'll still give and cater to me. And that wanes away from anybody else. That's
because because you're upset and you're not getting what you're supposed to get from somebody. I don't think that should change the way you love them. So
That's tough.
You think it's tough?
Yeah.
So if because I know you don't like dates. So
It's not that I don't like dates.
This is just
Go ahead.
just
Okay.
you know just
Okay.
for
Just want to be clear.
You don't do the whole going on dates thing, right? And I know that that's a woman thing. So do you think that she should love you less because you're not taking her on dates?
No.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
But what I mean is, I don't have a problem. This is what I mean. It's not that I don't like dates. That's the difference in what you're saying. I want to be able to go out on a date, and date doesn't necessarily mean. Shout out to Joshua Bowers, 50 more stars for you. Shout out to Josh Bowers, man. We got to hit him with the sound effect right now. Hit him with hey!
Thank you. Is that
Thank you.
I don't like that song.
That's just a stock sound.
Okay.
But she doesn't have to tolerate me not going out on a date. That's what I told you. Right. Tolerating my trauma. That's what I mean by that. She doesn't have to tolerate any of my trauma. What she can do is help me get through it. Process it with me. Why don't you like going out on dates? Mm-hmm. What's the problem with that? But once you attack it doesn't do anything but add on top of the trauma. I don't like going out on dates. I don't like saying that I don't like going out on dates. I just feel like there's a level to expectation of a date. The expectation of me taking you out is so stupid to me as a man, because I feel like you just want this because you feel like you should have it. And this is what normally happens when you want to court a woman, is you take her out and you get something to eat. It could be Gojo's, it don't matter.
Right.
I've sat in many restaurants with women, right? I've been on, it wasn't a date though. We just went and got something to eat.
It wasn't a date because you didn't put that title on
because
it?
we didn't make it a title.
Oh, okay.
It was, you hungry? I'm hungry. Let's go eat.
Okay.
The expectation behind the date is such and maybe this is trauma. Someone help me about if they hear trauma. If you hear that this doesn't make sense and I'm defending something.
If you hear trauma, comma to T.
Let me know. Because I'm believing that I don't need to put it in the category of a date for it to be us getting something to eat. That's what I feel is you put this prerequisite on what you desire or what you think you deserve as the woman. Because I have to court you as the woman because I want you.
Of course.
That's a courting stage of a woman that you want to get to know. That's what I'm talking about. Not a woman that sleeps at my house. Not the woman who cooks food for me. Not the woman who drives my car, who's met my son. To me, that's different. We could go get something to eat all the time. We can go to wherever you want to go.
Right.
But me trying to get to know you and court you, I'm not with that part. I'm straight. God bless you.
You must really feel like you that guy.
No. I just don't feel like I need to do that. I don't, and it's not that I can't do it because of course you know that we can go anywhere you want to go. I just don't feel like once you make it a requirement for me to do, I don't fall in line with that.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it shouldn't technically be like what do you mean when you say make it a requirement? She's like, this is required.
There's women that
it's implied.
Yeah, yes. I mean, not even implied, said.
Oh.
I can show you a message right now from a girl who said to me straight up, nigga. And it wasn't like I was trying to, you feel me? It was kind of like some, cool. She said, the next time you inbox me, it better be a picture of what restaurant you're going to take me.
I like her energy. I ain't even gonna lie. I just feel
okay.
I like her energy.
I said, okay, God bless you.
Yeah, she snapped.
She snapped.
She snapped. I like her energy.
And I'm sure she done went on plenty dates.
Yeah, she probably have. I
just
think
not with me.
I'm gonna pull that one from her book. Cause the nice guy shit gets you nowhere.
Yeah, it was dope. I like the fact that she was aggressive, but I'm like, that's not gonna work on me.
Okay, well, I respect what you're saying. Then I won't argue with you there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
God bless her.
Do you want to experience? What do you describe old school love? How about that?
I think old school love means to endure. I think enduring as a woman and more as a woman than as a man, old school love.
Okay.
Because especially in the black community, for sure. Black love in the 80s, in the 70s, 80s, some in the 90s, not really. But meant for the woman. You seen Fences? Have you seen the play Fences or the movie Fences?
No.
It's a movie with Denzel Washington and Viola Davis. And Denzel Washington is this working man who works a job, works at the trash factory or something like that. And he lives with his wife. She cooks. They have a son. He has a brother that has Down syndrome. But Denzel Washington is the provider. Old school man. You know, he ain't with none of the extra shit. Denzel's character ends up, his name is Troy. His character ends up getting a woman pregnant. He's an older man too. And Viola Davis, her character, I can't think of her character's name, gets really upset and really mad at the fact that he had a baby and woo. And she's like, what, you expect me just to accept this? He said, yeah. What you expect? I'm a man. And she ended up taking care of the baby. She ended up getting the baby and having the baby live with them as the movie ended. And what that means is the example was to show she had to endure that unfaithfulness and baby because he provided a lifestyle for her. She didn't know anything else. She loved him. She didn't want to figure out anything else. Today, women deal with this today. But today, Viola Davis is going to have a side nigga. But she's still going to be living in the house with the baby, maybe. But she's going to have a side nigga that do everything, you know, that Troy may not have done.
Right.
That's why I say old school love is very possible. But as Shamar May says, the access, once your man does something bad enough to you, you're going to realize that there's someone else out there that's not going to put you through what you're going through, and you're not going to have to deal with any of that and still have the man that you love at the same time.
Yep.
And that's why old school love today doesn't exist, because the woman isn't going to endure what she had to endure in 1977.
I think the more important question here is, why do you have to endure so fucking much?
You know, I don't think you need to.
Why is it like? But I feel as if that's the thing.
Yeah.
You go through so much pain and trauma with somebody just because people define that as love. Why does it have to be hard or complicated? Why do you gotta have kids on me? Why do we gotta get in a domestic? Why do we gotta go through our 47 arguments? And that makes us so we're in love and we're like a strong couple. Like, no, why you can't be a strong couple and not had to go through that? Like, of course you're gonna have complications and things down the line, but why do you gotta beat me to death for you to know that I love you? Yeah. You feel me?
I mean, it's trauma.
It's sick.
Yeah, it's trauma. I mean, that's what you connect love with, pain. You know, most young adults who are growing up in America today are enduring something that's incredible, that they're experiencing, just like we experience love through pain. Our parents showed us so much pain through love. That's the only thing that we even acknowledge it to be. My mother, in the day of me living with her, very rarely told me she loved me. Very rarely told me that. But when it came to her inflicting some type of aggressive rule on me, that was very easy for her to do. Mm-hmm. But I assume my mother loves me. I know my mother loves me. Even in the 7th, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, I knew my mother loved me. But in her way, naturally showed me more pain than love. So I'm going to grow up inflicting what I believe is love through the eyes of what I experienced.
I hate that.
It's true.
You know, and I might be a little bit in delusion.
Yeah.
Let me say that.
Not that I'm doing that, but that's an example.
Because I feel as if I think I'm a mentally a strong motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like even though you know that your mom inflicted trauma and everything, and that wasn't how you wanted to be loved, then now that you're an adult and you have all this knowledge and you've seen and you know what you don't want and what affected you, then why would you even put yourself, still proceed down the path that you're gonna go down when you already know? I think you try your...
I'm
trying to get my...
No. I think you try to fix it, But like we said, if you're not willing to go to that root of where it grew from, then you're just putting a Band-Aid on a shotgun wound, thinking that you fixed it.
Right.
Some of us can go back there and identify where that trauma comes from and learn from it. Because myself, again, I grew up in a very violent way. Being in foster care, then transitioning to with my mother was a huge, horrible transition. If you ask me today, some people would never believe I was in foster care. Well, you was in foster care? Because you think there's this personification that comes with being a foster child. But I, growing up, identified that some of this stuff I have to shed.
Right.
And that's where my art came into me, playing the drums and all that other stuff.
I got a jinkies.
Yeah.
So, with all that being said, right, when you go move forward in your life today, you're giving Kobe Bryant reassurance. You like, I love you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Because now you know how you would want to be loved. So now you're just hoping that's the same way your son want to be loved. So you're loving him properly.
Yes.
In your eyes.
Best way I can, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's run it the fuck back.
Run it back.
So then if you already have that knowledge in your big head.
I didn't have it though.
No, but you have it now.
Yes.
You have it now.
Yes.
Then why is this affecting you when it comes to relationships with a woman?
What do you mean?
Like, then why can't you show the woman how to be loved? Because you're saying...
Oh, you're saying the same way that I can correct being a dad.
You can correct.
Why can't you correct being a boyfriend?
Yes.
I do. I think I do.
You're trying, well, because I know you.
Come on.
Because I know you.
We here.
I think
we here.
I think I've been able to see a transition in you as a man. You know, you have changed, but... You know,
there's still things.
Prior,
it's residue. Yeah.
It's still a little residue.
It's residue, yeah.
But still, I just feel like you knew this 4 years ago.
Yeah.
You feel me? So why weren't you that man?
I think honestly that sometimes I don't know why I do what I do. I'm not going to tell you that.
I can't believe that, Carlos.
That's facts. I'm telling you, I'm being the most honest I can.
Right.
There's still decisions that I make. And if we're being transparent, I'll just keep it 1,000. There's a woman in my life that I can't leave alone. And not in a sexual way, not any connected to abandonment.
Right.
In a sense of I need her to be okay with me. I can't be the reason you leave me alone. I can't be the reason you leave.
You don't think you're sick?
I think that that's a terrible issue that I have, that I need to figure out where that comes from. But I know where it comes from. It comes from my mother.
Attachment, yeah.
Yes. So, but even in identifying it, to your point, when you say, well, you need to seek a higher level of help, because you can't diagnose yourself and fix yourself. You can't. You either got to go to God and therapy, or you got to go to one or the other if you don't believe they go hand in hand, because some people don't. But what I'm saying is that I can identify it.
Yeah.
And try my best to go there in that room that I don't want to go in. And when I'm in that motherfucker, I'm like, oh my God, I got to figure it out, because I hate feeling like this. I hate other people feeling, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm going to go in there and try the best I can to fix it. But sometimes that ain't enough.
Why can't you just cut it off? Like, if you're aware that you have attachment issues, then just
I'm working on practicing it.
All right.
I'm practicing things that will make it easier for me, because I'll give you an example, real life example for those.
Okay.
She'll text me. We haven't texted in a while, right? She'll text me something that she know I'm gonna respond to. What does she do after that?
Ignore you.
Ignore me.
I'm already knowing.
Because she knows that this is my trigger.
Right.
That I'm gonna chase you till I get a response. So now I'm not texting you back. I'm blocking you. This is me practicing ways to be more disciplined. Now, again, how long does that last? How much energy do you put into blocking someone? Because if you block someone, you're actually really putting energy to them.
Yes.
As much as you think you're not, you are.
Yeah.
Once you're able to not block them and not talk to them, is when you're actually really on a journey towards
self-discipline.
Absolutely.
I don't know what to say. I hate the way that the world is set up right now. I think I'm an old lady in a young person's body.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably reincarnated because it's all these games and petty games that got to be played. And it's like, it's just not that serious.
Quanisha, Coach Q, Bebe Lewis says, I feel like it's because a woman originally caused the pain and it's the fear of him loving a woman properly and her still leaving. That can be facts.
Okay, baby.
Latoya Stamp says there's a lot of guys with mommy issues like they are women with daddy issues. Latoya says, or you could block them indefinitely, she says. True. I think that both of them are right. I think Quanisha's correct when she says a woman caused the issue, so running from that. But I've never, ever ran from loving anyone, though. I think that's the biggest thing with me. I've never ran from the idea of loving someone fully and giving all of myself to that one person. Mm-hmm. At 34, about to be 35 next month, Jesus Christ.
Damn, you that old? I didn't know that. Sorry. Well, if you, side note, if you're that old, how old is Brandon?
Brandon about to be 40. I think 39 or 40. Yeah, he's gonna be 39 or 40, one of those. I think the biggest thing though is identifying the thing. Mm-hmm. Once you identify it, I think you pick that thing up and you handle it with care, whether you place it into a therapist's hands or you place it in God's hands, or again, you place it in both hands. That's gonna be your prerogative. But I think once you do that, you're gonna be able to really quickly identify the other things that you need to fix in your life, because identifying those issues, holding it, like I told you yesterday, sometimes you gotta grab it and not gently hold it, because it'll easily slip away from you because you want it to fall. You want it to not be there. You want it to not exist. You want it to be something that you don't even look at. But once you grab it and squeeze the shit out of it so much that it hurts you, then you're gonna have no choice but to wanna take that thing and do something positive with it.
And now that you said that.
Yes.
That's exactly how I feel about touching the fire.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that's the only way that I can let go of something is when it hurts me a lot. Because then it hurts me to know that I gotta stop doing something, especially when I care. Because in my mind, I'm big-headed. I feel like I'm just perfection. I feel like I'm such an incredible person and I have such love to give, and I can really be such a positive vibe on anybody, you know, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, like, I don't want you to miss out on that, because I know that in the past, this has happened to so many people, and then they try to come back. And then now you just, I'm over it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I say that, it's like, damn, I lost my train of thought.
Touch the fire.
Touch the fire.
You don't want to touch the fire. You got to touch the fire.
Yeah.
You got to feel a full degrees of the heat.
I need to get burnt.
Yeah.
Like I need.
Not literally, but.
Definitely not literally. Definitely. But that's a good one though.
Yeah,
that's something that
correlates.
It correlates. You feel me? Like then it's like, that hurt too bad. Like now I'm done. Like, you know, it has to really hurt enough, because I feel like when something stings, then you be like, oh, that just sting. I can go back. You know what I'm saying?
And that's your practice.
Yeah.
Because you're saying that if I can't go through it, then I'm not going to know it's real.
Exactly.
And
I got to see it through.
Again, there's trauma connected to that, but it's also a lesson connected to that as well, where you're saying, I can't live what you think. I got to live it and then believe it.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Baby says lies. You can't give multiple people all of you.
This is true, baby.
I disagree.
This is true, baby.
I disagree.
This is true. How?
I disagree fully.
How?
Because who are you to tell me that I can't?
How much of you can you spread around?
Right. I can give me, oh, this is good. This is why women get finessed.
Yeah, because you about to say some finessing stuff.
No, it's not.
Okay, go.
A man knows what you want. That's it. I know what you want.
Okay.
The perception of all is everything you want. I'm preaching. Listen, baby. A man is able to get the girl because he knows where the holes are in her. So giving her all of him is subjected to what she needs.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to tell you why I can. I'm trying to tell you why a man can live a life with a woman and spend years with another woman.
Yeah.
Because he's providing what's missing. He's just providing what you keep telling him you want. So when you keep saying he can't give all of, yes, I can. All of me is what you're getting. The full extent of my money, my time, my energy, and what you're receiving. I can play the game all day long with you and show you different parts, show you this, show you that. You believe I'm giving you all of me. That's what you want. That's what you desire. I'm filling the gaps, the voids that you've created, or that's been there since you was a little girl. So when you say no one can give all of themselves to multiple people, that's cap. Men do it every day. We provide. We're givers. That's like saying you as a mother can't love each one of your kids equally. Come on now.
I don't know if that's, and baby, correct me when I'm wrong.
Come on.
I think that she probably was meaning like all of you in a sense of mentally, physically, and emotionally.
I can.
You can.
I can. I'm telling you that I can.
You're going to be exhausted. Somebody's going to get the short end of the stick.
Nope.
That's just how it goes.
I don't think so.
No, that is how it goes, because one of the women are going to start complaining. Now you getting, you ain't called me, you ain't pulled down.
What I'm saying is this.
No, I get what
Go
you're
ahead.
saying.
Go ahead.
Because you're saying that you gave her all of you, but it's really from her perspective.
No, that's what I'm saying. Right.
But that's
all
like
of
a
me,
finesse.
But I'm saying you may not get all of me if it's just me and you, baby. So what I'm saying is that when you talk about all of me, you're talking about if you never get all of the man. The fact that you think you should, you capping.
Right.
You're never going to get all of the man, me just being monogamous with you. It's never going to occur. There's going to be pieces of me that you never, ever see.
But it's like a wolf in sheep's clothing.
No, it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. I think that to be a chameleon is great.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel as if you only showing her like what you want her to see.
No.
You're not showing her.
No,
I feel like it's a finesse.
No. What I'm telling you, I hope it doesn't sound that way.
It does.
What I'm saying is that a man doesn't give you all of him just to you.
Right.
Being married to a man or a woman, you can't expect to give. There's parts of a man, they say 75% of married men in America spend, I think the number's like 65% in their car than in their home with their significant other.
Uh-huh.
The reason that exists is because, that number may be off, somebody can fix that, is because him being away from you, him finding solace and peace away from you says something. He's not giving you all of him. When he go with his guys, he go with his boys, he getting away from you. These things matter to him. Not that you don't matter. This is where he exists. Not y'all. He exists in these spaces.
Yeah.
When a man with a motorcycle taking it out riding, why you always outside with your boys? That's where he exists for himself. So you just got to understand it. When me responding to Quanisha saying that you can't give all of yourself to a woman, or to multiple people, I'm saying that I can't give all myself to one person. I'm going to give the pieces to you that you need and want. That's it.
Okay. All right. You bring it home for me full circle.
Okay.
I've processed it.
Okay.
Because I definitely feel like you won't get the person fully.
Yeah.
It'll always be to a certain extent.
Yeah.
That's just like, even if you're married to somebody, you don't know every single thing about them. And
Yeah.
honestly, I probably wouldn't even want to know everything.
Right.
I probably wouldn't want all of you, because maybe I don't want the asshole part of
There
you.
you go.
Or maybe I don't want to know about what you did 5 years ago, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and there's
all
parts
right,
there's
all right.
parts that only a woman can fix in a man too. Women they speak life. I tell women this all the time that I've dealt with in my life. You can speak so much life into me.
That's facts.
That taking away from me is the same pressure. If you think about a woman giving birth to a child, she has the right to do with that child what she wants in a way. And this is a horrible example, but I'm gonna try to make it full circle. Her speaking death in him, in that baby, is the same way. I don't want the baby. I want an abortion. I want to give the baby away. I want to, whatever it is. She has the ultimate power on what to do, what she birthed. And this is a horrible way to say this, but you can kill a man with your mouth as a woman, because he may not be fully sure of who he is, what he's doing, how he's going to do it. The woman that supported that man through that thing, he'll never ever sacrifice, because he understands that she's the reason for the life of it. That's good. What I'm saying is that we have a lot of women who just take and don't understand that their biggest power is giving, and then you'll get everything. I'm preaching, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't got nothing to say. I should have been up here with Brandon, because me and Brandon disagree. Then we could have a real debate.
We're gonna be live with Brandon tomorrow.
I don't disagree with Carlos. So it's like, I'm just, all right.
And that's what every man wants. I think every man in the world who seeks companionship wants a woman to, and that's what they say. I'm not your mama, nigga. I'm not your mama. I'm not gonna do this. Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to find me someone who is, because ultimately I'm looking for someone to fill the voids of what my mama. If my mama loved me a certain way, why do you think I'm going to accept you not to?
Hello. And with that being said, too, I add,
yes,
that's exactly why it's so important for fathers to be in their daughters' lives, so that women, know what to accept when it comes to being loved by a man.
Yeah.
I feel it's personally that probably would have made a difference amongst my life in growing up and dating or whatever. Now that I'm older, my dad, it's not like he was never around, but he wasn't never around. But now my daddy, I talk to my dad dang near every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? And now my standards are like, whoa, like, everything is so different when it comes to things, because it's like my daddy. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a great base to operate from. If you're able to get that base of what a man should be for you, then you'll never. I know this woman, she told me this. She says, "Boo, my dad loved me. There's no way I'm going to accept you not loving me the same way. There's no way I'm going to accept you not doing for me as my dad did. There's no other standard that I know. I don't know anything else. So I can't accept anything less than this. Of course, my dad didn't do anything sexual to me, but he showed me what it feels like to be a queen and a princess.
Yep.
So this standard is inescapable for you as my nigga. And if I feel like as that man to do it, then I'm gonna do it. If I don't, then I'm gonna tell you I don't want to do that, and then you're gonna find your king, because it ain't me. It wouldn't. Maybe it's not me at that time. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
How do you know? Is it more of a feeling when you? Because now, when you make, I feel like with men, it has to be a change, because I feel like men, they date so many people, they mess with so many people, but at some point in time, there's this change, there's a switch that comes on, and it's like, all right, that's enough. Or is it a feeling, or is it the woman?
Neither.
Okay.
It's him.
It's him. You have to be ready as a person.
Well, I don't think it's ready. In my opinion, I don't think it's ready. I think that once a man conquers the things that he believes he needs to be a great man, then he's ready. Okay. I think a man feels, a lot of, especially black men in poverty, speak to a lot of insecurities that they have to conquer. And that journey's long for a lot of us, because we got to go through so much of the things that we didn't have. Okay. The women that we didn't get, the cars that we didn't have, the clothes we didn't have. Once that phase is over, which most women don't have to tolerate, then a man has conquered these things that he has. Okay. I got the car, I got the business, I got the women that wanted me that I declined, or that I cracked in satisfaction because I wanted to when I was younger.
Right.
Once he goes through that phase of feeling like a man, nigga, then he realizes, this is good, he realizes that he has all of this, but no one to really share it with.
Right.
Because he's on the journey of getting everything individually. I got it. I go, who, big man on campus. But then you look around and there's no one there with you when you have all this shit.
Yep.
That's the moment he feels like, this woman has, and then on that journey of insecurity, this woman has endured with me, which she doesn't have to. And that's the sucky part about it being a woman, is because some women have to endure through that process of all of the growth that I have to come from. You got to endure the love triangles. You got to endure the STDs that the man may have gotten from other women. You got to endure all of these things. And then he says, you were worth it because you were enduring. And that sucks, because baby boy, baby girl, you don't have to endure anything.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset of the black man or white man in poverty, person in poverty. You feel like love is connected to endurance, and it's not. I'm preaching on this Tuesday afternoon.
He definitely preached it. Let me read the comment.
Go ahead.
All right, Morris Wade said, a lot of great points that pertain to a lot of different relationships and different situations within those relationships, none of which would be in any single relationship. Latanya said, not at all, 100.
Absolutely.
Latanya is agreeing with you on here
Shout out
heavy.
to
She
Latanya.
said, you in church, bro.
Preaching.
You in church.
Shout out to Latanya.
Kendall Hefe said, facts only. DJ Double L said, boy, you just preached the word.
Shout out to DJ Double L holding it down.
Exactly, Carlos by Mary. So yeah, you is preaching. You know, I'm with you when I'm with you when you right.
Absolutely.
I'm with you when you're wrong too, but I'm really with you when you're right.
You better be. Tell me
Period.
when I'm wrong.
The last time I was here was a party. I thought they was beating you up outside.
When?
We was you was
What?
it was gonna be girls jumping in your fight because we was all sliding.
When? What?
I don't know what party that was.
Ain't
but
nobody gonna beat me up.
we was like, somebody said it was Carlos because we trying to figure out who was outside.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
We finna get on there.
What? I'm like, no, I wasn't. I was inside. I'm like, nigga, what?
And you don't want a woman to get in the fight. We got bottles.
Come on in.
Bottles, heels.
We can't lose. We better not lose on our own turf. We better not lose. Get beat up. I get beat up in your own place. That'd be bad. But we live, man. Again, man, we the Crazy Ride Show is a show that is now evolving in different platforms. Spotify, about to be on iTunes, YouTube, finna get our YouTube page back rolling. But you can follow us on Spotify right now. Type in the Crazy Riot Show. You'll see the last 5 episodes uploaded up there. Give us a listen, subscribe to Spotify. Shout out to Miss Wajina Briscoe in the building. Shout out to her. We love Auntie. She's always supporting. Shout out to her. And shout out to everybody else. We're going to go live every day, man. Every day. I'm here on the Carlos Smith page. For some reason, the Crazy Ride Show doesn't send out the notifications, but this is posted on the Crazy Ride Show
You
page.
probably could comment that thing that Facebook has now when you in the comment.
Oh, like everyone?
Yeah.
I got to try that. Yeah, let's try it.
I like that feature.
Let's see what happens.
Actually.
Let's see what happens.
Because I will say
Get the keyboard. Let's see what happens.
Because when I did that,
I saw you do it. You
people
can take it. Just take it.
No,
Unplug
I'm
it.
just-
Okay.
What I'm supposed to say? Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It is. There you go right there. Bam. Nope. You got to hit enter.
Oh, you actually could have pressed the arrow.
Where?
The arrow right there.
Oh, right there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, North Chicago.
Yeah, shout out to the Warhawk Nation,
Yeah.
baby. You know what it is. Wajina Briscoe, Miss Tennant, Ariel Davis. Shout out to everybody that watched, and shout out to Desi Bando. She's in town for a little bit, so you guys will be seeing from her more on the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the show. I'm gonna have more thoughts and everything. Y'all know, I'm gonna have more thoughts. Just today was like, the warm up,
Yeah.
But I got us. I'm gonna
I
hold
think you
it
did
down.
good. You held it down.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So I gotta get back in the swing of things. You feel
And
me?
another thing, man, for people that don't know, man, we the Crazy Ride Show existed before podcasts were even a huge thing. We were right at the cusp of that. And, we're going to keep going and keep rocking it out.
We the culture.
We the culture.
Hi, Regina.
Shout out to Miss Briscoe holding it down in the building. Y'all be cool. We'll see y'all next time. It's the Crazy Ride. Go ahead. You want to end it? Go ahead.
Shout out to Boylos crazy, stay dumb fly, Shaq the guy, and you know it's your girl.
Yeah, that's my mother in the back. She just walked in. She's getting ready for stepping class.
Period. Step
which
in
is
the name
about
of
to
the love.
start. She just celebrated her birthday, 62 years, ladies and gentlemen.
Give her some
there.
hearts. Give her some
hearts and likes on the screen, please. If you in the area and you want to come step your game up. They got stepping going on right now at a crazy place at 6 o'clock. So make sure y'all pull up for stepping. It's a crazy ride show. Y'all be smooth. We'll see y'all next time.